Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news.
Well, welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. Now, the much rumored foil coup, which has been in the media for a long time now, has finally been responded to by the presidency. And interestingly, they have taken a position in respect to it. Nigerians were really waiting for an official interview where the presidency will have to talk about this issue. It's been there for as long as a week or two. And interestingly, some of the body reaction by the military and even by Bola Tinubu's government, especially changing the security architecture that's the leadership of Nigerian security architecture, was like a confirmation to what was published by Sahara Reporter some few days ago. Precisely, it was on the 18th or 19th day of October. The Sahara Reporter made those claims that some military officers were plotting to overthrow President Bola Tinubu. And interestingly, that particular story has been developing for a while. But when that story came up, there was also a response from the defense headquarters. There was a swift denial by them that same day, and it came via the office of the Brigadier General Tokyo Gasu as the defense headquarters spokesperson, and he clarified that during a press briefing that the arrest involves issues of indiscipline unrelated to any form of coup attack. That was what he said in summary. He further emphasized that there was no credible evidence supporting the coup allegation and reaffirmed that the military loyalty to the Nigerian constitution and government of Bola Tinubu has not been touched. But then Nigerians are still talking about it. But interestingly, let's look at what Bayo Nanoga, who is a special advisor to President Tinubu on information and technology, what he has to say some few hours ago. And he pointed out, or he cautioned that the sensational stories about national security, especially the latest one, must be put under check considering its impact on foreign investors. He did not accept that there was something like that, but then he still spoke around it. He further stated that the foreign direct investment in situations like this will be affected and that it will go an extra mile in exacerbating the economic woes of Nigeria, like high inflation and all of that, even unemployment, because it's going to stop foreign indirect investment from coming in. And he also called for media responsibility, criticized media outlets for prioritizing clicks and attention over national stability, urging journalists to verify facts before publishing it. In his word, he says, as patriotic Nigerians, we must know that what we report has implication on our economy and the stability of the country. But then, if we want to look at the broader implication and the 1 and 2 of the story, it seems to be adding up. You understand? I'm not here to, buttress or hold in brief for any media house. Sahara Reporter, Thomas in the list. We also see some other media houses talking about it. But, we have to place this in a more interesting way so that we know what we're talking about. First of all, when that coup was reported that it was foiled, 16 security officers were being arrested. You understand? 16 officers were being arrested. And it didn't just stop there. We also told that there was some involvement of private individuals in the whole thing, that some former ministers, were involved, one from South and the likes. And, a lot of developing stories came up. So Nigerians started asking a lot of questions. What is going on? Especially when Timbere Silva's house was being raided and information came out that the reason why his house was raided by the military and the military has refused to make any statement about it was because it was still linked that he was like, that's allegedly, that he was, I'm putting that allegedly, that he was like one of the key funder of, this whole thing. He was the one that was funding it. That's part of those that was funding it. Don't forget that Timbre Silva was a former governor of Bayelsa State and Minister of State for Petroleum from 2019 to 2023. But some of the reasons that they gave for him getting involved in it was not really reasonable. Some people say it was because he was not part of the government. That was why he was involved in it. And also, some other things that came up got Nigerians really interested in the fact that a managing director of a South federal government agency was arrested. And the arrest, according to the allegation leveled against him, was for transferring a large sum of money to Silva in connection with the coup. Sources claim approximately 46 billion naira was traced to an account linked to him used to support the oppression. I mean, all of that, and the fact that the presidency now took a move towards sacking his security chief, sacking them and changing them. Now, one person was, according to the information made available to Nigerians, one person whom they say was fully involved in foiling that coup attempt was actually, I think, the man in defense intelligence, talking about Undain. I think it's from Cross River State. He was one of those that we fingered as being very instrumental in frustrating that move. And if you notice, despite the fact that the president has changed some key persons, key security heads, his own office was not touched, just to show that he's working. Currently, we are still seeing feelers here from there, from most media outlets that, arrest is still ongoing. Some have even started giving names of officers who were involved in it. But then the federal government is warning that this move or this information, which is unverified till now, if Nigerians continue to peddle it, it will shut down on the interest of foreign investors coming into the country. And it will kind of, in return, have some level of economic instability on the country. Apart from economic instability, we are going to see the inflation surging. And he even made mention of the fact that there was 2% depreciation on Naira-dollar relationship. In other words, it's during that period where that issue was being talked about. So much, to deal with here, but we don't know who is saying the truth. Is it the media with allegations they are rolling out and adding one and two together? It seems as though they are saying the truth. But the presidency said nothing like that, but said that investigation was still being carried out. We are sitting back to watch how the story keep unfolding. But the presidency said nothing like that happened, and Nigerians should watch. We shouldn't all be, rolling out news just because we want to get clicks and all of that. But let's put our fingers together and watch if Sarah Reporter was actually true in their reporting about this foil coup attempt. We'd like to leave it there. Let's be in our conversation. Let's talk more on this. Thank you very much and stay tuned.